What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Grant's Lawn Care. I hope everybody's ready for the Thanksgiving holiday. Today is Wednesday, November the 22nd. And as you can see here, I am back under the hood of my pickup truck. That is right, back under the hood of the truck. So just for those who may have missed the last video, which it is, I can't remember the exact title of it, but it was do-it-yourself type of video on a coolant sensor change on my truck. But anyway, back to this. I went and tried the first problem resolution, which I was told to try the sensor, and well, it worked perfectly actually for I think it was about a month now. Well, lo and behold, the way the stars align, a family member of mine has a little bit, I think it was an older model truck than mine, and he came and visited the house one day, and I heard his fans running like mine were, and I said, man, I solved that issue already on my truck. I said it was easy. All I had to do was take out a sensor, plug in a new sensor, and ever since then, my truck ran fine. The fans wasn't staying on, 5-10 minutes after you cut the truck off. I said it really wasn't coming on at all unless they needed to. And he was like, man, he said, show me what you did. And I popped my hood, showed him, our engines they're just pretty much the same truck, but just, the year model is different. But anyway, showed him, and he was like, well, that's something that he can do on his own. So anyway, long story short, going back forward in the story, the very next day, I went outside to load up to go out and do properties, and my fans kicked back on, and I dropped my head in so much defeat, and I said a few choice words, and I was like, did I really just jinx myself by telling somebody, man, I solved that problem so easy? So in the last video, there was a person, he commented on my video and stated, man, that's not the problem. The sensor wasn't. That's not the problem. Everybody says that. Go and get your thermostat. Well, I was like, in my mind, I read that comment after the fact. I had the truck repaired, and I went back a few days later and read the comment and see who interacted with the video. And I was like, well, he's saying the thermostat, but right now the truck's running fine. Well, to the person that commented in that video, right now, I just changed out the thermostat as you watch this video, hoping that this is the problem solver for sure. It's kind of like a catch-22 when it comes to trying to figure out exactly what is wrong with vehicles, because some people are going to have their mindset set on one thing, another mechanic type person is going to have their mindset set on this route. Either one, in my opinion, can be right. You just won't know unless you do the process of elimination. So as you can see in this video, this is my first time doing this. I'm finding myself more and more wanting to try to make simple repairs, because the prices at these mechanic shops alone, the labor isn't, at all cheap. The parts, let's just say, for example, you have a part that's $25. Well, let's just say their labor starts at $95 plus, whatever else they may have to do as they're repairing the vehicle. Well, let's just say something that I got repaired myself. This sensor was, I think, like $60 or whatever it was, 30 or 60, something like that. I can't remember. I made so many purchases over the last few days, my mind's just gone. But anyway, got the sensor. The only thing that it cost me was a little bit of skin on my finger, and that's about it. So I encourage everyone who's watching this video to sit here and open up this world of knowledge. And you can see Casey. Every time I'm fixing something, whether if it's my truck, car, or my mower, Casey is right there with me, always. And I'm gonna drop another picture of her with me at the end of this video, with her trying to help me change the oil. More so posing while I'm changing the oil. But anyway, I've lost my train of thought. But anyway, yeah, I think it was. I encourage anyone to get on YouTube And if you have a problem, type it in that search bar, and the amount of videos that is going to pop up with somebody else having that same issue with your vehicles, whether if it be an appliance in the house, you know, your cell phone, your laptops. There is so much free knowledge on here that people drop on YouTube every single day that I encourage everybody to sit back and, you know, soak it in. I watched maybe about 5 or 6 different videos when it came to doing this project right here, because like I said, I never took a thermostat out of a vehicle before. So, you know, my granddad, rest his soul, you know, he jumped headfirst into these projects. You know, that's just something he did when he was alive. You know, he was a small engine mechanic by trade, never went to school for it, fixed many small engines, you know, while he was here. You know, he had a new person coming in his yard or returning clients to get something fixed weekly, daily. You know, things like that, you know, helped me want to go out here and do more things on my own, because $1 that you can save from pulling into one of those garages or whatever for something simple, you can always use that on something else. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop talking right here. Hopefully you guys can pay attention and learn something. You know, like I said, the only thing this really cost me was I think it was like $30 or whatever, and a little bit of skin on my finger. Because if you work outside and you work with your hands, you're gonna skin up something. I mean, that's just the ball game. But anyway, before I wrap up, you know, that's the old sensor coming out, and it's going to be common for every video that I've seen that you're going to have some fluid loose. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. Here I'm opening up the new thermostat, getting ready to put it in place. But always make sure once you get this project going, if you don't have any antifreeze, make sure you get the proper antifreeze for your vehicle. I'm sorry, coolant, yeah, antifreeze, same thing. Guys, just forgive me. I'm gonna drop this video just like this. This is just raw. It's just been a lot going on over the course of the last few days. But just make sure you have some more fluid to top it back off once you get, you know, this part done, because you're gonna lose fluid out of both hoses that you take part of on here. And what I ran into right here was I didn't realize that I was trying to push the new one down on top of the old gasket, and once I caught onto it, I just removed it and got it out of the way, and it sat flush right in there, right at the, like how it was supposed to. But anyway, guys, hopefully that made some sense to you. I'll catch you in a few minutes. Hope you guys continue to watch. So guys, I pretty much got the new sensor in. It's time to get the hoses back on. The majority of the videos that I've watched pretty much advised when you put the clamps back in, and I'm sure I thought this was a better angle than this when I had my tripod set up, but every video that I watched advised strongly to try to get the clamps back in the same position that you took it off in. That wear and groove is already realigned. You just slide it back into place, clamp it back down, and you should be good to go. And that's what I did here. Like I said, I'm so sorry about this being a bad angle, but pretty much I'm just sliding the hoses back into place, clamping them back down, and going from there. Now that I moved my elbow, you can see exactly what I'm doing, so stay tuned. So guys, I'm wrapping this up. I'm putting the main cover and the hoses back together on the engine. Pretty simple project. Like I said, I procrastinated on doing it, just to be honest, because like I said, my first time doing something like this, I just pretty much procrastinated. But in my mind, I was like, man, I can do this. It's a couple of screws, a couple of clamps, take them loose, take the old part out, put the new part in, put everything back in its proper place and go from there. I got everything, like I said, put back together. I took the truck for a test drive, and everything so far ran good. I'm hoping that, I did everything, pretty much 100% the way it needed to be. And hopefully, vehicles have a tendency to want to break down on you or something when you're miles away from home. So I'm hoping that that's not the case with me when it comes to me doing this type of repair. But like I said, I put everything back how it came. This is probably one of the third or fourth repairs that's been made to this truck. I didn't do a video on it because I didn't personally do it, but probably about 3 weeks ago I ended up getting a starter put on here as well. So I got this truck back in May. It's used, so I don't expect used to be 100%. I know it comes with some problems, and if you catch them and correct them, a used vehicle can last you just as long, if not longer, than some of these newer vehicles. I just don't personally, believe that a lot of these newer vehicles are being made as tough as a little bit older model vehicle. That's just my opinion. You may agree with me, but anyway, guys, everything as you can see here is put back together. That little bit of moisture that you see came from when I first took the hose loose, and the fluid that was in them just went ahead and ran out. Everything was sealed, clamped back how it was. Like I said, I test drove it, came back home, no leaking fluids from the hoses or anything like that. The truck got up to right about 210 degrees on the thermometer on the inside, the temperature gauge. So right now, all I can do is keep my eye on it as I'm driving. This is a little bit of a slower season right now in the grass cutting business that I'm in. So hopefully, if something goes wrong, I can catch it now before the season picks back up. And yeah, I do have a funnel. Forgive me, I got lazy. I didn't want to get it. But I do have a funnel, and right here I'm just topping back off the fluids that went on the ground. My reservoir got low, and I just topped it back off as everybody in other videos have advised to do. So guys, pretty much I shot this video in hopes of showing you guys that do-it-yourself projects, some of the simpler things you can do on your own, build your confidence up, watch YouTube. Very, very, very grateful for the free knowledge and wisdom that people dropped on YouTube for me to even look this up and just, figure out exactly what I needed to do on my own. So guys, I know in the last video I was, contemplating, leaving YouTube, and I want to wrap this video up by saying I strongly and highly appreciate everyone's feedback. I read every single comment that was dropped on my page about, just giving YouTube a break. And I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to drop this video, so it may be, a little while longer before this video actually comes out. But I really appreciate everyone's feedback. Like I said in that video, I'm only human. I strongly want to do this stuff to help other people so people can learn from me and I can learn from others and be a part of that free knowledge on YouTube for people. So, like I said, today is November the 22nd. Turkey Day is tomorrow. And pretty much, guys, we are on the way into 2024. This is fast, and you can blink your eye, 2024 will be here. So take your time if you're in the off season and not doing too much. If you got any maintenance or anything that you got to do, get on YouTube if you're not sure exactly how to do it, or ask a friend, phone a friend, as they say on the game shows, and get out there and get your hands dirty. Because, like I said, if anything that you can learn to help yourself and save just a few dollars where you don't have to go to a shop or anything like that, it'll pay off in the end. So guys, again, appreciate the feedback in my last video about YouTube. Y'all have a great and safe Thanksgiving. This is Simon from Grant's Lawn Care with this do-it-yourself video, and I'm out of here. Peace out.